Namaskar. Welcome again. This is our second session about the Smriti concept in Ayurveda. Last time we saw the difference between human and the Smriti of other flora and fauna. We also saw that the five senses make five types of Smritis. I also requested you to share your experiences with, of course, sharing it with ourselves only. But I asked you to write it down. I said it helps your logical thinking process about the Smriti. Now this is second session. We will see the process of Smriti. The basic process of Jnanagrahan is the same. There is no change. But as I said, Dhi, Dhruti, Smriti are interdependent and complementary to each other. So how Dhi takes place, that is mentioned in Ayurveda. Now, based on that, as a complementary or dependent part, we will see how memory happens. The shlok is in front of you. It is by Charaka Samhita. The shlok says, Nimitta Rupa Grahanat Sadrushat Savipariyat Sattvanubandhat Abhyasat Jnana Yogat Punashrutat. So these are the 8 reasons or agents or the processes through which the Smriti happens. निमित्त रूप ग्रहणात् सादृश्यात् सविपर्यात् सत्वानुबंधात् अभ्यासात् ज्ञान योगात् पुनश्रुतात्. The shlok is, you can see on the screen. So now you'll understand everything from the basics. Nimitta grahan. Nimitta is cause. Just to refer, cause and effect. So nimitta is any cause. So you see some cause and you recall the effect of it. Like say, I saw some piece of paper. I may recall my examination paper. I may recall some grantha. I may recall the kite I used to play in my childhood, or so many things I could recall. So this is first thing. I saw a piece of paper and it made me recall so many things. This is called Nimitta Smriti. Now Rupa. Rupa Smriti is, previously we saw Rupa. Rupa is anything what we can see. But here the contextual meaning of Rupa is shape. Say I saw some round shape. I could recall the Bhojan Patra in which I have my lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever. I could recall the moon, I could recall the sun, I could recall the wheel, so many things. So this is the memory of shape, Rupa Grahan. Nimitta Grahan, Rupa Grahan. Another two are, they are in a pair. Sadrushyat Savipariyat. Sadrushya is similarity of either type. It could be of either type. It could be Shabda Sparshas, Rupa Rasa Gandha, any type of Sadrushya, similarity. Like say, we call it in Upaman Praman, Gosdrushaha Gavaya. Some may say that somebody looks like that great actor or a great sage or that great leader of the nation, whatever. So there is some type of similarity. Viparya is extreme opposite to similarity. But we remember, there is extreme opposite traits or attributes or some qualities, and that's why when we see something or when we perceive something, we recall the exact opposite of that, whatever we have seen or perceived, whatever we have heard, whatever we have tasted. Like when we say Bhagavan Shri Ram, we immediately remember Ravan. When I go through some places, there is Lal Mahal of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. I immediately remember Afzal Khan, Shaiste Khan, Aurangzeb, etc. Because this is extreme. Shivaji Maharaj had won over all these enemies of the nation. So I remember them. So this is extreme opposite. Sadrishya and Viparya. Till now we have seen four. Nimitta Grahanat, Rupa Grahanat, Sadrishyat, Saviparya. Now comes his Satvanubandha. Satvanubandha is continuous presence of mind. Sattva is mind, mana. And in back of your thinking process, there is a continuous follow-up of something. And that's why you recall something. A wonderful shlok by Kalidas is there. He says, Ramyani Viksha Madhurasya Nishamya Shabdan Paryut Sukhi Bhavati Yat Sukhinopi Jantu Tat Chetasa Smarati Nunam Abodha Purvam. And he gives some reason. He says, Bhavasthirani Jananantara Saurudani. First he says, Ramyani Viksha. You see some nice things. Madhurasya Nishamya Shabdan. You hear some nice voices, Shabda. Paryut Sukhi Bhavati. The person goes into some ardent memories long back. Maybe of this birth or previous births, as our culture permits. So he says, Ramyani Viksha Madhurasya Nishamya Shabdan Paryut Sukhi Bhavati Yat Sukhinopi Jantu. The person who is otherwise okay, but when he sees something or hears something, he goes into that old ardent memories. You might have seen many movies based on this concept. I remember one Kinara of I think actor Dharmendra was in that movie, and I don't recall the name of the movie, but Rajesh Khanna was there in that movie. That was based on past birth memories. The logic given by Kalidas is Bhavasthirani Jananantara Saurudani. Your Sauruda, that is attachment by heart, is Thira, is sort of perpetual. So this is perspective of Kalidas, but that is Satvanubandha. Now you may recall the famous dialogue of one movie, that is Dabang. The hero is there and is about to begin fight with the villains. The villains are sitting in a hotel, sort of tapri, dhaba. and here the hero enters and sees gulab jamun over there, and the argument starts with the villains. Suddenly the hero stops and asks the police, his constable or colleague, कि गुलाब जामुन से याद आया आपका हर्निया कैसा है. तो दिस इज समथिंग out of our logical things. Why he sees gulab jamun and why he recalls hernia is something out of our context. But still, for a joke, it's okay. So, we were discussing Sattvanubandha. Sattvanubandha is continuous, perpetual processing unit of mind that is working. That is Anubandha, follow-up of a mind that is a perpetual process. So that helps us to recall many things. Next is Abhyas. We saw Nimitta Grahanat, Rupa Grahanat, Sadrushat, Vipariyat, Sattvanubandha. Now it is Abhyas. Abhyas is Shilanam Satata Kriya. Doing something for a long time or for a longer period or continuously, it makes certain things remembering. Let me put an example. In our hospital, there was a dynamic receptionist. She was young and very cooperative type of nature, smiling, always smiling. All the consultants were quite happy with her, and everybody called her doctor. So very nice daughter of the consultants. She recalled nearly 500 telephone numbers, nearly. I'm telling you the story long back in 1994, 95, 96. That is before 2000. That time mobiles were not available, hardly coming. 96, 97, I think mobiles came into the picture. But till that time landlines were there, and she used to recall nearly 500 phone numbers of consultants, residents, consultants, clinic, or if the consultant is visiting some other hospital or not, whatever. So she used to recall that, and immediately she could connect. Once I asked her how she could do it. She said it is due to practice. Good. Another thing, there was one male maid servant. At his time of retirement, he told us that he couldn't read. We were surprised because our hospital, we had a time slot of 2 or 3 hours. After my OPD, surgery OPD was there, and my OPD was twice a week. Some other person came every day, and after Ayurveda OPD, it was surgery OPD. But that Mama, we called him Mama, in our Pune, we called him Mama. I asked it, Mama ji, how can you then replace the boards that is from Ayurveda OPD to surgery OPD, name of the consultant, that board of consultant? He said it is due to practice. I have attached some tags in my mind that today is the day of XYZ, and his name has certain characters which shaped he remember. And once he started, our OPDs hardly changed. Some consultant came and went, but nearly for 10 years we are the same consultants at the same time. So this Abhyas made him remember everything, doing continuously. So this is Abhyas. Next is Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga is not related actually to the memory what we are referring to now. It is referred to the concept of Tattva Smriti. That is said in Charaka Samhita, Tattva Smriti Upasthanat Sarvametat Pravartate. The Tattva Smriti is something concept discussed by Charaka Samhita. I think similar concept is there in Jaina philosophy. Smrute Satyapathan, Satipathan they call it. That is Smrutera Upasthan. Whichever is earlier, I don't know. But the parallel concept is there, Satipathan. And there, the Tattva Smriti has not necessarily a meaning recalling. It is the awareness. It is the awareness. The Tattva Smriti is awareness. For example, in Bhagavad Gita, we know the shlok, Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna. Tani ham veda sarvani. Arjun, we both have passed through so many births. I know all of them. So this is knowing. This is awareness. This is not recalling. Tattva Smriti is focused at awareness of whatever the livelihood or say whatever the world is made up of, and a subtle leveler thing which is not exactly per se related to this worldly Smriti. Okay? That is Tattva Smriti. And there it means awareness. Awareness of the proper existence of the things is Tattva Smriti. Next is Punashrutat. Punashruta is having some clues. You might have seen some Antakshari. They show some pictures and ask to sing a song based on that picture. Sometimes they give some word and they ask you to sing a song based on that word. Or they might play some tune and ask you to identify the total whatever movie or that song or the musician or the singer, whatever. So this is Punashruta. Here Shruta is an indicator. Punashruta is indicator. Shruta is indicator. That is called Upalakshana. It comprises of all five senses. Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. Punah Shabda, Punah Sparsha, Punah Rupa, Punah Rasa, Punah Gandha. So slight clue, like you have seen tea testers. That is same thing. So these are the 8 processes or agents through which the Smriti takes place. I'll recall. Nimitta Rupa Granat Sadrushat Savipariyat Satvanuvandat Abhyasat Jnana Yogat Punashruta. So these are the 8 reasons, agents, processes through which the memory takes place. Again, let me remind, the Dhi process has been described in Ayurveda, so we'll go on not touch it here. But as I said, Dhi, Dhriti and Smriti are complementary, codependent on each other. So that Dhi process is there. This is now Smriti process. Nimitta Rupa Granat Sadrushat Saviparya Satvanuvandat Abhyasat Jnana Yogat Punashrutat. Now again, I am presenting you a matrix, a 2D model that is on x-axis. There are 8 agents, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 you may ignore the Jnana Yoga, but let it be there. Don't put in front of anything, but let it be here. And on y-axis, there are Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa and Gandha. And now you have to write down what you recall, that is Nimitta Shabda Smriti, Nimitta Sparsha Smriti, Sattvanubandhaja Shabda Smriti, Punashrutajanya Gandha Smriti. Everything that matrix you have to complete. This is today's task. Now, pause either this video or copy down the matrix. That is quite easy, no problem. That is just 2D model, x and y axis. You have to complete it. Now, why this is important? Because in this next lecture, we will see how to measure Smriti according to Ayurveda. Generally, I see a lot many so-called memory enhancers medicines. Typically within the time of exams, they market it and they claim it, or they might have really done it, that this is proven on scientific evidences. Fine. The tools they used are prepared by the psychologist. Fine. We don't have any objection. Why should we have? But what should be the Ayurvedic model of examination or measurement of memory? That we'll discuss in next lecture. Thank you so far.